Hello guys, we are back. It's that time again where the Mini GT shipments are coming in a little bit slow. And so we're kind of just grabbing things off the shelf to review. So yeah, this is what we're doing today. Don't get me wrong, these are still new models, but usually what I like to do is I like to get, unless it's a special model like an event model like the RX-7 we looked at in the last video, usually I like to do two cars per video. I feel like it just gives you guys more value for your time. So yeah, we're gonna do these. I was gonna wait for the blue Bugatti EB110 Super Sport to come out, but yeah, not gonna happen. And then there is more McLarens coming out, but I have plans for the next two, so I already have a pairing for the next two that have been released. So we're just going to take a look at these together. A couple supercars, Bugatti and McLaren. So screw it, we'll do it. Kind of a random throw together, but I don't see anything wrong with that. They're both pretty cool models regardless. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the plastic removed here, and we'll take a look at some diecast. That's what it's all about, right? All right. I also need to start working on my top 10 video. We'll have to get that up soon as well. I'm kind of just waiting for all the stuff that's released through, because we're like halfway through December now, so I'm kind of waiting for all of the stuff that's been released this month to get into my hands before I make any final decisions on what my favorite models of the year were. So that one will probably come out mid-January. We are getting very close to hitting 3,000 subscribers, which is, I've said it before, it's insane. And I thank you guys. But we're going to definitely do a special video for that too. Kind of thinking about doing a collection tour. Also have a couple other ideas in mind, so I need to start working on that. So, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up for you guys. I also have some big plans for next year as well as far as content goes. So yeah, all right, what do we want to look at first? What do you guys think? Let's do this one first. So this is the McLaren 750S Spider in Belize blue. This is Mini GT number 812. You got all your licensing information on the back, which is nice. And then there's that info for you. So the color on this one is really nice. And this is another one of those ones that shows up on camera, not quite how it looks in person. So look at the color right here. Imagine that like a little bit lighter. Like a little bit lighter and maybe like a, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. Unless you see it in person, it's hard to describe. But like a little bit lighter and maybe like a little bit more towards like the teal side. I think that works. But yeah, the paint on this one looks really nice. It is a very beautiful looking metallic paint. And yeah, it looks really good. I definitely like this one a lot more than the green one that they released. But I still have I don't know. So I think, you know what? I'm pulling the green one out because I just noticed something. Give me just a second. Bear with me. Okay, let me get resituated here. All right, so I found the green one and pulled it out. So it's right here. This was the first color of this casting. This blue one is the second. And what I'm noticing is, I know there were some complaints, and I noticed it as well. But the windshield on this one is way higher than this, like where the roof should be. So like, I know somebody actually, I can't remember if they said it broke off or they pulled it off and then they re-glued it down back where it should be. And it was a lot more flat, but you see how it like sticks up way too far above like this roof part back here behind the seats. What I'm noticing on this, blue one right here, we'll just set this right there. I'm noticing that I think they fixed the windshield problem on this one. As you can see, the windshield is actually level with these little back glass pieces right here now. Let me see if I can put them like side by side, maybe. So yeah, like the green one sticks up really far and then the blue one is a lot more flush. So that is really good. That actually, I kind of had a sour taste in my mouth for this casting because of that. But it looks like they fixed it, and I honestly really like this one. I told you guys in the video with the green one that I'm not a big fan of these, like, I'm not usually the biggest fan of supercars with no top. I don't usually like the Roadsters, the Roadster Spider, whatever you want to call it. I don't usually like them that much. But this one actually isn't bad. I kind of like it. But yeah, so you have the open interior. Unfortunately, Mini GT decided to do everything on the interior in black. It would have been nice if they added some color, even if they just would have done the seats in like gray to like mimic like Alcantara, would have added a lot to this model, but it is just black. But other than that, it's actually pretty nice. The wheels are the same as the green ones, so you've got like this really crazy design. And it actually looks pretty good, but it's done in like a metallic silver color. And then you have your little McLaren badge right in the center. A little bit hard to see because of how small it is, but you got your little McLaren badge there. All four of these wheels are going to be the same, except the back ones, of course, will be a little bit thicker than the front. That's pretty standard with most supercars. And the wheels themselves are actually a little bit deeper on the back than they are on the front. The ones on the front are pretty flush, and then these back ones kind of bow inward quite a bit. So the wheel design on this particular car is really nice, and Mini GT did a good job executing that as well. But the actual casting itself is actually pretty solid for Mini GT. I love the side panels right here and the sharp angles on the door panels. Looks really nice. You've got these little channels right here, and there's no like weird ugly gaps from Mini GT. It's all like one smooth piece down in here, which is nice. You've got some venting down here as well, just kind of highlighted with some, oh my gosh. Are you serious? As soon as I start talking good about the model. Oh my gosh. Okay, so on this side, they accented this little vent down here with some black paint. On this side of the car, they forgot to paint it. Unless that's a feature. No, that's definitely not a feature because the green one has the paint on both sides too. Okay, well, I can't win, guys. I can't win. Well, just close your eyes and imagine that this right here is painted black, and then you don't have any quality control issues, and then life is good, and Mini GT is awesome. But yeah, okay, so there is that. But the venting and the little black paint on this side, at least, do look nice. It gives it a little bit more depth to it. You've got your fuel filler right here, and then it kind of just continues down. It looks like you do have a little bit of like carbon fiber printing down here, unless that's like a vent print. But it looks pretty nice. You've got a little bit of venting on this plastic piece back here as well. And then, of course, you kind of just have your flat top and then these two little glass pieces that come up and meet with the roof. So that is very nice. Really big rear wing on this one. I do notice that depending on the lighting that you're looking at this in, the spoiler kind of looks like a different color. Like right there. If you kind of look at it like that, the spoiler looks darker than the actual body paint, but it is the same paint. It's just the way the plastic reflects the light. Like, I don't know, the way the plastic reflects the light off the paint makes it look a little bit different in certain lightings, but when you look at it head on, it is the same paint. So that is pretty nice. I do like that massive wing on it. But going around to the front end, on the hood right here, you do have a couple channels and venting right there that are kind of painted in with black, which look pretty good. You have your McLaren badge in the front, which also looks quite nice. Not the most legible badge ever, but you can tell what it is. You can see the lettering and whatnot, so that is good. Headlights themselves are really nice. You actually do have a plastic insert and then a little silver stripe on that center piece for the daytime running lights. So headlights on this one do actually look very nice. Very well done. And then you have a little bit of carbon fiber on this front splitter up here, which is a nice touch. It would have been very easy for Mini GT to just make that a black plastic or part of the metal base. I guess it is part of the metal base, but it would have been very easy for them to leave that black. So I do like this little attention to detail, but come on. But with that being said, there are a couple vents down here as well, which look pretty nice. And overall, it's a very clean looking car. This side looks really good. And when the windshield's actually where it's supposed to be, it actually looks pretty sleek, and I don't mind it. So, yeah. On the back end, though, you do just have painted plastic for the tail lights. There's no acrylic or anything. You got your big exhaust tip right here, which I actually think has two separate pipes in it. One on each side. It's a little bit hard to see. Yeah, one pipe on each side inside this whole exhaust housing. But you do have some venting all across the back. 750S on the license plate. You have your little auxiliary brake lights down here. It looks like the paint kind of chipped off on this side, so that's another little issue with this as well. A little bit of detail in here. Some venting right behind the wheels. I'm surprised they actually painted the one on this side. And then a little bit of a rear diffuser on the bottom as well. And they actually tell you what the car is. 2023 McLaren 750 Spider. So honestly, I like this one quite a bit. Obviously, the quality control issues with this vent not being painted and then the taillight on the back, it's just, I don't know. Well, we're on a 2-day streak of quality control issues now. So the RX-7 we looked at in the last video had some issues, and this one does as well. But I guess we could have just done that one for the video, but we'll go ahead and look at the Bugatti now too. I kind of forgot it was sitting back there, but anyways, that was the 750S Spider. Let me know what you think of the blue one. It looks like they did fix the windshield, which is a good thing. So yeah, but now we have the Bugatti EB110 GT in dark red metallic, number 806. There's all the information on the back. You got your Bugatti licensing, so that is good. Color on this one is very nice. It is another metallic paint, just like the McLaren, and this one looks really clean. I like this one quite a bit. Pretty unique color for a supercar like this. Wouldn't really expect it's kind of like a metallic maroon color. I think it looks awesome, but very simple, very clean. One of the problems that I kind of noticed with this casting is in the headlights right here. When you look down into them, it's just like body color back there. So like there's no like black or silver or anything in the actual headlight bulbs. On this one, it's not a huge deal because the dark color of the red does make it kind of shadowed in there, so you can't really see that it's just plain. But on the blue one and the silver one, it was kind of a big issue. It looked better on the silver one because, you know, the headlight bulbs would be silver colored, but it looks a little bit better on this one. But yeah, you do have your Bugatti badge up at the front. You have a little bit of yellow in the headlight housing for the blinkers. The headlight acrylics themselves are very clear, and you've got some black outlining going around, so do look pretty good. And then the grille and all the details on the front do look pretty sharp. Again, I think this is like the third color of this casting we've gotten, so nothing new. There's a little bit of scuffing on the roof from the plastic insert in the box, but, you know, I guess that is what it is. Just come to expect that. But I wish they would design their packaging to where it didn't scuff the paint, because that is kind of ugly. Big old scuff right there. But you do have EB110 on the side right there behind the windows, which looks pretty clean. The interior is just going to be black. I don't really see much going on in there. And then you got some really nice body lines on the side where the door is and whatnot. Just a very classic car. So again, this is one of those wings where it kind of looks like a different color, even though it is the same. So like right here, you have, it almost looks like a brown color. But then when you look on it straight on, it is the red color. So there is that. So I'm having a hard time remembering where the spoilers, was the spoiler on the blue and silver one up or down? I don't remember the spoiler being up on those ones. Somebody will have to let me know, or I'll just, after this video, I'll dig it out and look, but it looks pretty cool with the raised spoiler like that. And then of course you do have some decent engine detailing. The engine cover, at least I think that's the engine cover. Maybe the engine is actually exposed. I don't think so. But you do have the blue striping and whatnot, and you've got some details off to the side right there as well. Looks pretty cool. On the back end, the taillights do look nice. You have your white for reverse, your red for the brake, and then the yellow-orange color for the blinker. 2 silver exhaust tips on the back. That is actually pretty nice. I like it when they color the exhaust tips. So there's that. Nothing on the license plate, but you do have some nice like venting back here as well. So very clean. I like it. And once again, it tells you. It looks like this actually might be a permanent thing that Mini GT is starting to do, because this one also says 1991 Bugatti EB110 GT. So very nice. The wheels on this one are also very cool. I like the silver kind of like, not like aero disc wheels, but like the almost like the steely type look. It looks really clean with this paint. So yeah, I like this one a lot. I think, I mean, obviously the Bugatti blue color is the classic, but I think that might be my favorite one so far. But yeah, that's today's models. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Which one do you like better, Bugatti or McLaren? But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video.